when the cat was licking the dog, and the dog farted in the cat's face. And then the next one, the cat was licking another dog, which was licking its face. And the dog got up and turned around and farted in the cat's face. And there was a dog in a pool, like a bath, and it had little balls at the end by its butt. And when the dog farted, one of the balls flew out of the pool.
Oh shit. Send a vid.
Woman doing grooming the dog.
Send the video to me if I can see.
Funny.
Oh, you gotta send the video to me if I can see. Alright, wait, did I record? Yeah, I'm recording. Super Bowl. Yeah, I took grabbing that beer. Yep. I got whiskey right here.
Madden football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup
Shot
is
of
brought to you
bomb.
by EA Sports.
Cue
It's
the year.
Cowboys and the Steelers, and it comes your way next.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight, it is all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers, the AFC champion, taking on the NFC champions, the Dallas Cowboys. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and CD, these Steelers, one of the most successful franchises of the Super Bowl era. They're searching for their 7th title.
And their last one, Super Bowl 43 over the Cardinals in dramatic fashion. And you know they'd like to win this one to honor the great Franco Harris, who we lost back in 2022.
Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, the wait is over. This has been, of course, one of the preeminent franchises in American sports history. They've had a bumpy ride along the way, but they're back in the Super Bowl for the first time since Super Bowl 30 in 1996.
And partner, when you say this is a...
So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
And as we know and as we've discussed here in the run-up to this game, this is history in the making. The first rookie quarterback to ever start in a Super Bowl. An absolutely tremendous accomplishment, something no one else has done. But he doesn't want to just go down as the first to make a Super Bowl. He's told us all week he's here to win it.
Escapes the defender. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Just like that.
Fuck you, guys.
Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
Sliding out of the pocket. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Called on a very strong gain of 24. Well, only 3 plays in here, but really, Charles, a solid start for this offense. And now we'll see if they can continue their mission to end this drive in 6.
And I wonder if their play caller right now is reflecting on that last big play that they've had on this drive. Do you come up with something similar, or do you have a counter to it to kind of show it and go to something else and create another big play?
Flushed out right. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it certainly opens up some avenues for their offense. And if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders away from coverage and open up some choice throwing lanes for him moving forward.
A chance for the first points of this Super Bowl. It's 1st and goal. Back to throw. Gibson escaping the pressure right. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Allen Robinson from 4 yards out. And the Steelers are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy there. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
After review the play, ruling on the field is reversed.
So take away the touchdown.
Oh, fuck
there.
yeah.
That's going to be ruled an incomplete pass. Looking to throw on second down. Gibson. He fights him off. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Steelers are on the board first here this afternoon. Defensively, didn't seem like anybody had eyes on the quarterback, and he took advantage.
So you think that maybe we're seeing some pretty good instincts for a young guy? Because that's the thing you worry about coming out of college. You're used to getting away with just about anything you want to do. You're just superior.
Straight from Notre Dame, baby.
And know when it's time to go.
Notre Dame.
He was able to cap off that impressive opening drive with a touchdown run himself.
My player came from straight from Notre Dame.
First down. Now a play fake here on first down. Flush to his right. And that one drops down.
All right.
Incomplete.
That's my fault.
Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's second down.
That
You know what?
field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range.
Yeah, I
The
do
coverage
have
we're
work to
seeing
do.
Isn't going to make it easy.
Eluding the pressure right. Pickens is there on the crossing run.
Good man. First down.
Inside the 35-yard line. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down. Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone.
Come on.
It's gonna be incomplete.
Holy, why are you tossing at that
A
one?
few nightmares because when a quarterback gets outside of the pocket, your job as a defensive back, make sure you stay as deep as the deepest receiver and not let anyone leak behind you for a big play. A nice job there having distance.
There he goes, right side. And into the
Wide
end
open.
zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there. His second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Steelers
Might take a shot of whiskey in a minute.
here in this Super Bowl. We've seen this already from him in this game. Second time he's into the end zone with a rushing touchdown.
So the head coach is going to have a meeting with the owner this week. You know why? He's got to let the owner know, I know you wrote the check for his arm, but we're going to make him part of our running
no.
game too. This guy can do it all. Let's see where he takes us.
All right.
He had the touchdown run on the last
All right, let's
drive,
go
the
to
second of this
that
first
one.
half, as his guys start here with a 1st and 10.
All right.
Throwing on first down. Gibson flushed out right. He's got his man downfield. It's Robinson. Down the sideline he goes. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Allen Robinson. 75 yards. And the Steelers continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy...
Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He had the touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll search for another score as they begin here with a 1st and 10. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that is incomplete.
All right.
Now the coverage a little too good there.
Let's see thing. Gotta close the end zone.
On the give, it's Warren. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Flush to his right. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
Partner, even I can figure out who deserves the lion's share of credit for their lead right now because he has been terrific in a dual threat role. Showing up yardage and getting them points with his legs. Simply put, that defense has had no way of stopping him, and that's why his side is on top.
Eluding the pressure right. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
It's really something special when we see a quarterback top 100 yards in one half of football. And if he keeps up this pace in the second half, the NFL record for single-game rushing by a QB is certainly in sight.
So from the 37, here's 2nd and 2. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. A tough spot here, 3rd and 15. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. And the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back. He'll buy some time right.
Fuck.
Down again. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Fuck. Asshole.
This field general once more leading his offense back onto the field. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
He's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has 2 options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Rolling to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Of course not. Oh my God.
Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. We've got a close game. The offense has played well, but right now they've got to keep their foot on the gas.
And that carries with it an extra bit of pressure, doesn't it? As much fun as they're having right now, they're locked in, really clicking on all cylinders. They also know that if they ever miss a chance to put points on the board, they've actually put their team in jeopardy. And that's not how you want to play the game. It's supposed to be complementary football. defense, but today it's all offense for them.
Yeah, they've been playing with a sense of urgency. It's probably going to need to continue. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
A handoff for Warren. It's still fighting. And now off to the races down the right side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Jalen Warren, 60 yards. And the Steelers
I'm winning the Super Bowl.
lead here in the Super Bowl. Boy, I gotta say,
I had a boo, but
all the way to the end zone without going down. What a run.
Absolutely incredible that was, because defensively you're taught to break down, wrap up, but in this case he didn't really allow it, and really no one was able to slow him down enough for the extra help to get there. He just kept getting out of tackles all the way downfield and found the end zone.
Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by Wood.
And he's going
fuck again, safety.
And this is going to wind up a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team.
There he goes, right side. And he takes it all the way down.
Because I should have did that.
140 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the Super Bowl. The ultimate speedster, showing that speed in front of this home crowd. They love it.
Made me stand up on that run, because right now all I want to do is wave to the crowd. More noise, more noise. You got to reward him for that one. A big-time monster run.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Flushed out right. And this is going to be intercepted.
Fuck.
By Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
He's been having a good day so far, but I think he got a little overzealous on that one. Still young in this league. Has to learn to try not to do too much on an individual play, because, as we all know, sometimes less is more. And throwing away is preferable to making the big mistake.
Fuck.
The Steeler offense set to regain possession. And they have been the better of the two sides to this point, with a 2-score lead, 4th quarter of the Super Bowl, and the Lombardi Trophy within reach as they start this drive 1st and 10. Micah Parsons, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really, really turning in an incredible performance.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
And
are you kidding me?
29-yard line brought down there. Now a 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Gibson. And he's gonna
Fuck you.
Down he goes. Micah Parsons in there to get him again. That is sack number 6. One off the NFL record of 7. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6. Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away.
Yeah,
Can't believe
here's
it.
the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop.
And now off to the races down the right side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
All pro here, man. All pro.
Touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Steelers are feeling good as they extend their lead in this Super Bowl. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic, a lot of fun to watch.
Steelers. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Muscles him off.
Oh, that's
what an effort. And now the juke. Now he's into the clear again. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Jalen Warren with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Steelers have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. So that CD, that was impressive. He got out of 3, maybe 4 tackles there on his way to the end zone.
And a lot of times when you break a tackle or slip a tackle, it actually slows you down. That's what we were taught. If you don't make the play, make him stop his feet so someone else can get there and tackle him. But not here. He just kept right on going.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
I am just as bad. Like, fuck that shit.
Yeah, sorry about that. I had to use the bathroom. My bad.
Can't open stubborn takeout containers without breaking tables. Insert 2 chopsticks and twist apart. Done. No more greasy hands or mess. 4. Who would have thought the white string on vermicelli isn't for cutting off, but actually used like this? So all that time I cut and tossed it, then sliced with a knife. 5. I wouldn't have known this steamer rack trick if I hadn't peeked at Grandma. Turns out the rack should be placed with the groove side down. This way, steam flows down properly. Steam
Yo, Madden pants, where you at?
6. While boiling something, place 2 chopsticks across the pot. It prevents boil wounds. 7. starch with 2 spoons of water in a bowl. Heat the oil to 60% hot. Pour in the starch water and fry. The starch absorbs all the impurities. Just scoop it out. See how clear it is, just like new oil. 11. A quick way to open a rice bag. One side of the stitching has a single thread. The other has multiple. Face the single thread side towards you. Keep the thread on the right. Then pull the double thread side. It opens right up. 12. Chopping corn this way smashes the bottom kernels. Mom told me, make a light cut first, then flip and tap the back of the knife twice to cut cleanly. That way you don't damage the corn. Kids love stir-fried corn kernels, but peeling corn is a pain. Break the corn into 2 pieces. Insert scissors into the center. That's the softest part of the corn. Twist the scissors around. The corn splits cleanly in half. Then it's super easy to peel the kernels, and each one comes out whole. Follow me to learn more life hacks. Kitchen hacks I learned.
We're made for that spotlight.
Wow.
Straps too long? Don't cut them. After securing the first stitch, find the center point of the strap and insert the needle through the fabric. Left side, pull the thread tight. Right side, pull tight again. Always stitch through the center and keep your stitches tiny and even, about 1 centimeter apart. When use a strong, sharp needle, it glides through like butter. No more fighting with your fabric. Once you're done, pull the thread tight, tie a small knot hidden inside the strap, and snip the extra thread. Look at it! So clean, so sturdy. Seriously, you've got to try this. Straps too long? Don't cut them. After securing the first...
Come on.